We can't record yet.
Keep
I'm not
drinking.
ready. I'm so weird.
But that's why you're in the video,
Obviously, she's
because
not
we
drunk.
love you for weird.
She's not drunk enough. She's still...
Keep drinking, you'll stop caring.
Hi, Amethyst Ravensong. We're drunk, and this is going to be really fun.
You didn't introduce me.
This is Cortney. Courtney is
I'm Amethyst. And
I-
she's just a drunk girl.
Already.
And we have over here the Peanut Gallery. Just kidding, we love them.
Hey.
Hey, I don't know how that turned out because I couldn't see it.
Learn to share.
But fuck it, we're going with it. Thank you. We're drunk.
At some point, there were supposed to be questions in this.
Oh yeah,
We'll get there.
we have questions for me.
You're going to ask yourself those questions?
I have questions for you.
You do? If you can read my handwriting.
What's eclectic mean? So, we're doing drunk witchcraft. It's kind of like drunk history, but with witchcraft and not famous people. Yes.
Who cares about? Oh. I like you.
I told you. What are your thoughts on the Salem witch trials?
So, I like this question. And it's good that we're starting with it because I'm sure I'm going to be more drunk by the time we finish. Hi. So they've actually proven now that the whole, hallucinations and everything was caused by ergot, which is a bacteria that grows on wheat in a particular, Rye. Yes, rye. Cody's so smart. We love Cody.
He knows his shit.
Right. With certain conditions. It has to be the right conditions for this bacteria to grow. But if you eat rye that has ergot poisoning, then you're going to have hallucinations. And the conditions at that time, according to the almanac, were perfect for ergot poisoning. So those poor girls were not bewitched. They had ergot poisoning. And when you have somebody who's like, tell me what I want to know or I'm going to hurt you, you're going to say whatever the fuck you have to say to not get hurt. So they started naming names, and Salem witch trials, very sad. Let's move on to something happier.
That was a depressing question.
Yeah.
Yeah, who asked that?
Who asked that question?
Jessica!
I asked about
Don't
race
get
cars
over
earlier.
You'll have to forgive her. She's not drunk.
Yeah.
She's
She's too serious for this conversation. What? Okay. And now there has to be a conversation in the coven of what's going on here.
Discuss this.
Hey.
She's drunk.
What? Oh, okay.
Hey, I got questions. Shh. Quiet down,
I
you.
got a question for you.
It might get a little hostile in here.
You guys weren't sharing wine
Courtney's a
earlier.
feisty drunk, isn't she?
Yes, she is. We like her
Fun.
for that.
Question 2.
Yes.
I was gonna do it in a British accent. Because I was like,
Do it.
I'm a professional interviewer. That wasn't British. It's fine.
Whatever.
What's the difference between Wiccans and what we are, which is eclectic?
Okay. So the Wiccan path is very specific. It has rules and guidelines. And eclectic witches go to your guidelines. We don't give a fuck. We do what we want. And we'll pull from any tradition, anywhere. I pull a lot of my personal practices from Hinduism because it speaks to my soul and I love it. So eclectic witches do whatever we want. We have that I don't give a fuck attitude and it's pretty fun. So I have a whole big prepared speech on eclecticism. And I'm drunk and I can't remember that. So we're just going to go with that and give it.
So your final answer would be there are no rules.
There are no rules!
There's
Okay.
one rule.
There's one rule! Put your shirt back on!
Google the Little Caesars commercial. It'll be totally worth your time.
Yes.
Number 3. If there was something that needed to change in the crafting community,
The magical community.
magical community,
Mhm.
what would it be for you?
Oh, I'm gonna get a little controversial on y'all.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Hang on.
Yeah. No, y'all might need this for this.
Get your wine ready. I almost said bitches.
It's fine. We're fine.
Technically, you still said bitches.
Yep.
True.
Jeez, Cody.
So,
I'm surprised she's not
Cheers.
pouring the bottle yet.
What?
you hush you. Okay, let's get back to what we were talking about. The thing I would change in the magical community is there's something going on right now where witches of different races. Oh, fuck you and your shots.
What is
She's
this?
gonna take it anyway.
What is it? Hey.
Honey stuff.
Okay, before we get into the controversial shit. Cheers.
Some wine.
Right now we're having this thing that's going around the internet where witches of color, Black, Hispanic, are saying that white people should not be practicing magic. That it was never meant for us, and that by doing that we're fucking up the energy. And that is total and complete bullshit. Magic is in every culture from every corner of the world. Druids, Celtics, Vikings, hello fucking Vikings. Do your goddamn research
To the Vikings.
before you try to say that white people were never meant for magic. It pisses me off. And if I wasn't drunk, I would try to take a more diplomatic approach to this, but I'm drunk, and it's bullshit. Back down. You don't know what you're talking about. Moving on.
Ooh. You got told.
Let's keep going.
Number 4.
Mhm.
This is a very important question, and it was asked by a drunk girl. Have you ever weighed yourself against a duck?
I have not, but now I have some goals because I don't know how I'm going to catch a duck. How do you catch a duck?
Carefully.
Okay. But it's going to have to happen. I don't know. I'm almost
I
feeling
would
like
say
other witch tests would be easier.
Not by the beak.
You buy a duckling and you raise it.
Bill, yeah.
There
Go
we
catch
go.
a duckling and then
I
you
love
can raise it.
ducklings.
Oh, so cute. You're gonna need a
It's like
pond.
the BuzzFeed where they break down puppies for drunk girls.
I'm really drunk.
You need a pond.
A pond.
For your duck.
Okay. Cody, we need to figure out a
need
way
a
to build a pond.
We got spare room.
Okay. What?
Strider moves in with you.
Oh. Apparently my son doesn't have his own room anymore because the duck needs its own room.
Hey,
Make them share.
Make them
Strider will
share.
have a pond.
That's true.
Strider would love a pet duck and a pond in his room.
What
What kid doesn't want a pond in their room? Am I right?
I have a 4-year-old son who
do that,
It's
let me know
messy
how it
enough.
goes.
We don't need to add a pond to the
Hey,
situation.
all of them breadcrumbs he throws on the floor would just be eaten by the duck.
Strider's bad for ducks.
Shh. Fuck you!
Apparently, fuck the ducks too.
Just make Strider get corn or something.
Maybe we can just buy an adult trained duck. Do you think they
What?
make those?
I don't know. Right now. My son was chasing ducks the other day at a
I
park.
saw your video and it was so cute and there was tons of little tiny babies.
I know, it was really cute.
It was
But
cute.
ducks are hard to catch. Just
There was a
saying.
question.
Huh.
What, huh?
Oh, there's one more question.
Oh, there's another question.
We get one more.
But we digress.
Yeah.
Final question. How did you get into witchcraft?
Oh, this is a question for Chad. Chad Bowers asked this
Hi,
question.
Chad.
Hi, Chad. And this is something we're gonna do. Like, you guys get to ask a question every segment, which I don't know how often that's gonna be, except for new moon and full
Depends
moon.
on how often I can afford this much liquor.
It's true. It's true. And I would kind of like to do it once a week, but we'll see how that works out. Whatever. We're not making that decision right now. We're not doing that.
We didn't agree to anything. This is not a legally binding contractual video.
Should be.
But anyway, how I got into magic is kind of interesting. There was a girl that moved to our high school from Florida. Her name was Kim. And she was a little odd. But we became friends because She wasn't Mormon, and neither was I. And we live in, like, a predominantly Mormon area. We're not going to get into that either.
It's a different segment.
Totally. Anyway, I stayed the night at her house, and she didn't sleep. I did. She didn't. And one day after coming back from her house, my mom was doing laundry, and she yelled for me to come downstairs and held up my clothing, and stitched into my clothing was a symbol. In my socks, in my shirts, in everything. This girl was stitching symbols into my clothing while I slept.
That's
right?
a little creepy.
It is a little creepy. It is. So I approached her and asked her what the symbol was, and she informed me that it was a symbol for protection. It's a symbol for protection.
Okay.
And I said, "What is this?" And she handed me a book on witchcraft, and I dove in. What's funny is I haven't talked to her in several years, but as far as I know, she's not into witchcraft anymore. That's, yeah, neither here nor there. But it got me into witchcraft. And I was so unashamed. I don't give a shit. I didn't try to hide nothing. I was at school reading books on witchcraft, and then I had other people approach me, other classmates that I didn't know were into witchcraft, and be like, "Oh, I have this book that you should read too." It was a whole bunch of underground witches at our high school, and I didn't know. And
Was it like an underground witch railroad?
not quite. None of them were fleeing.
Oh,
from
okay. We
anything.
were rescuing witches. We were
No.
just talking. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify.
Just learning. Just learning. It's okay.
We talked about. Never mind. I'm not gonna make that comment.
Anyway, so I got into
Even
it.
drunk, I hold my tongue there.
Ooh. So I got into it, and then my parents didn't understand. They weren't okay with it. And so I left it alone for a few years.
Is Donatello the duck?
In the back! Shh!
We're trying to find you a duck!
They're trying to find me a duck. That makes sense. Okay, moving on.
Get you a turkey or a chicken tonight?
She's like, I know
Is
you
it
went to
live?
Pizza. And my boss has one of those too, and his name's Drew.
This
I
is.
bet you a
I
chicken
like
would
this-
work.
Yeah, similar to
I
a
mean,
duck.
they're about the same as a duck,
Okay.
right?
But anyway, I put it down for a few years because my parents didn't understand. And then I went through some really hard times and was like, I need something that makes me happy. And that made me happy. And I learned enough that I was able to explain to them what it is, and now they're totally cool. They're totally fine with it. I mean, they still think it's a little weird, but it's not like, Brittany, we're worried about you weird. Amethyst, Brittany, whatever. My birth name's Brittany.
You called your own name
I
out.
did. I hate that name too. So my birth name is Brittany, and it's stupid, and I hate it.
It is kind of a dumb name. We
That was
didn't want to
really
tell
important
her.
information.
but-
No.
Like, this
When
is-
you're in Walmart and somebody yells out Brittany and 5 girls go, huh? There's a problem.
I just yell bitch and everybody else turns around.
Jess answers to bitch.
My dog answers
I'm from a family of 8. I answered a hey you.
FYI. Welcome to Utah. There's big families. Anyway.
Now they can find you for sure.
Everybody turns.
Okay, so I think that's a really good segment for drunk. Get the high priestess drunk.
Get the high priestess drunk.
And Courtney.
Oh, and Courtney.
Yeah, because Courtney's fun to get drunk too.
I'm fun sober, so like
It's true. She's just
drunk.
extra
I'm
fun.
just I have
Drunk.
less of a filter, and that's
A
what
little
would you call that?
scary.
Aw, it's
I love you.
like a compliment. I love it.
Anyway, I hope you guys had a lot of fun.
I did. Did you guys
Wait.
have fun? Was that good? Are we clear?
I think we got yelled at
No?
a little bit too much.
Okay, so next time we need to be
We'll tone down
nicer.
the yelling.
Yes.
Or get us drunk too.
Yeah.
Either one.
But
You
that
were offered wine.
Wine ain't gonna do.
I feel like that ends in more yelling. Because you're going to tell me to shut up, I'm going to tell you to shut up, and then it's just going to turn into a
That's
terrible
probably
match.
pretty true.
That's
Strong
probably
start, good middle, kind of weak finish.
Anyway, we're gonna.
We're gonna go out on a high note.
What's the high note?
Let's talk about ducks again.
How many times have you already tried to end this
My
video?
boss has a duck named Donatello. High note.
What?
Donatello the duck.
Donatella the duck.
Donatella the duck.
When we capture the duck, let's name it Donatello.
Deal.
Okay.
Wait, he's a turtle, not a duck.
Fuck!
Name taken.
Instead of baby.
We'll
Dewey.
get back to you on the
Dewey
name.
the duck, right? That's
Yeah.
a name.
Dewey.
Louie,
Dewey.
Louie.
What if it's a girl? What's the girl's name?
I'm
There's
not
a girl duck. Comment
I'm-
below if you know the name of the girl duck.
I'm not gonna sex a duck. I'm not interested in
Why are you sexing a duck?
No!
Ducks don't even have phones.
We're gonna end this before it gets too crazy.
Stay tuned to meet our possibly male or female duck
Yes.
named Dewey.
We're gonna give it
Maybe.
a phone.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.